outside with English and raise your hand. First question there.
Novak, in the second set, when you saved the set point with the forehand pass, you turned to the crowd and kind of fired them up. Can you just describe that point and what does the crowd here do for you in a moment like that?
Well, it was one of the turning points of the match. I mean, if you won that point, you would win the second set, and then it's pretty even. So it's a big point, and try to get the crowd engaged. It's not many matches I've played in the last 5 years in Armstrong Stadium, which was before Ash, the center court of US Open, and there's a lot of history there. It's a great court, so I try to enjoy the experience.
Novak, we read a lot about your hard training regimen, but is there any way you can prepare for conditions like today?
I mean, of course you can. You can always work on your endurance, physical aspects, but again, it's not possible always to feel it at 100%. Obviously, in the match, you go through times where you feel better, where you feel worse, depending on your emotional state, depending on the level of performance of your opponent, how much pressure he puts on you, and so forth. So it varies. You have ups and downs, and it's important to, obviously, in these particular conditions, not get carried away by frustrations of the heat, and especially after a long race, try to get the extra breath. And everybody's different, but I try to focus on each point individually, because I know that I definitely wanted to stay not too long there. Obviously, when I won the second set, I wanted to get the job done in 3. Well, I mean, they're still playing, and it's a great match. Tsonga won Toronto. He beat me and Murray in 2 days, and played some great tennis. And I mean, Joe, if he serves well, he can really beat anybody. I mean, he has this he's a great athlete. He has a great dynamic shots from all around the court, and big serve, and comes to the net. So he's also somebody that loves big stage. He loves playing in front of big crowds. On the other hand, you have Andy, who we all know his quality, and he's already has been a Grand Slam champion in Wimbledon, US Open, Olympic Games. So he has a lot of success behind him, a lot of experience behind him. He knows how to play in center court of US Open, where he played some great tennis, and we had some great matches. The last one was in the finals in 2012 in 5 sets. So it's whoever I play against, it's a very tough draw, and have to be playing on my highest level in order to advance.
It's not the case here for you this year, but can you give your opinion about 5-set games?
Oh, excuse me?
Can you give your opinion about 5-set games? How hard is that?
We get to play 5 sets in Grand Slams and Davis Cup only nowadays, and it's pretty special. Obviously, if you go all the way to the 5th setter this year, I've lost in 5th set against Stan in Australia. That was one of the matches that stand out this year that I played in 5 sets that I can remember. It's when you go the distance, especially against one of the top players, very few points can decide a win, and that's obviously a combination of mental and toughness and physical strength that give you the win in the end.
I guess you kind of alluded to this. You're a veteran who goes deep into most slams. So for you, this match that's coming up, I guess, on Wednesday against Songa Murray, in your mind, is this really the beginning of the U.S. Open for you? Does it kind of sense that you played the JV and now the junior varsity and now ready to begin?
Well, I don't think it would be nice to say that it's start of US Open now. Then I would totally disrespect all my opponents that I played against in the opening round. So I think it's great that I've been playing some really good tennis, really high quality so far, and but it's normal to expect that I'm going to have tougher opponents as the tournament goes on, and quarterfinals against Tsonga Murray is, as I said before, very tough draw, but it's the way it is, and in order to get as far as this tournament as I can, I have to win against the best players in the world.
Novak, you're good friends with Viktor Troicki. You were outspoken about his case last year, the ITF in particular. How closely have you been following his comeback over the last month?
Very closely. I congratulate him for a win. He just won a challenger from qualification and won 8-9 matches in a row. So, he's around 250 in the world from scratch, from zero. He had no points. He had very few wild cards, so he had to start from qualifications of challengers and so forth. And it's not easy. It's not easy, for somebody who has been an established top 20, top 30 player. I was as high as 11 or 12 in the world, and a very dear friend of mine. A lot of things happen. I don't want to go back and talk about what happened, but I'm proud of him getting through that, and now again winning an event and coming to top 50, 250 in the world, which is amazing. Only after a few months, and his goal is to reach Australian Open as a main draw player, so he has to be top 100 there, and I think it's possible with his quality, and I wish him all the best.
Novak, we know you're one of the fittest players on tour, and some of your service stats have been getting better. But do you feel like you're running less on the court than maybe in years past?
I don't know. You tell me. You know the stats better. I haven't really played. I mean, how does it feel? To be honest, especially after the match today, it doesn't feel that it went very easy. Obviously, I had to run a lot, and Philip is a tough player. Really depends. Of course, I do want to use the first shot more efficiently. I want to be more aggressive at the first shot after serve and after return. I want to try to get into the court and dominate the rally, dominate the play. That's the goal. That's something I've been working on. Obviously, I know that I have a good defense game, and I can get the balls, an extra ball back, and make the opponent play extra shot. But why spend so much energy if I can actually execute my shots in the first three shots of the point better?
No, first, sir.
Philip told us that he really enjoyed practicing with you and obviously Boris before the tournament. What do you think about his performance today, and maybe in general about his game, or what he's maybe able to do?
Yes, we practiced, and Philip is a good friend. He's a good guy, and somebody that is very professional, very committed to the game, and it's a very, very powerful game. Good serve, just a all-round complete player. Really can play on different surfaces equally well. As a very solid forehand and backhand, and good return. Steps in, has good variation with slice. So he's been out there for many years, top 20, top 30 of the world, and I think he hasn't still made a breakthrough to top 10, but I think he has a quality, just it's a matter of consistency, matter of getting this fourth round quarterfinals or Grand Slams on a regular basis each year. I mean, it's not easy, obviously, but he's got experience and he's got speed in his legs. He's a quality player.
Last two questions there.
Yeah, I know back 2 questions. What does that quarterfinal Grand Slam streak that you have mean to you? What does it say about you? And also about Andy, is he a different player since the back surgery, or do you think there's something else that's affected something?
Well, I'm very glad, obviously, to hear that I had so many consecutive quarterfinals or Grand Slams. It says that I do value these tournaments the most, and try to always perform my best tennis in them. And it obviously motivates me for the future to continue that streak, of course. Why not? And regarding Andy, well, I think also he performs his best in Grand Slams. And even though he had this back surgery last year that kept him off the tour for the last few months of the season, he's been on and off this year. But I think in the big matches, as the tournament progresses, he's still fit. He still plays plays very high quality tennis. So that's what I expect him to do.
Last one with you.
As you move deeper into the tournament, are you seeing any similarities from your championship run here a few years ago?
Well, I remember, 2011, played great tennis, throughout the whole tournament. 2012 was the same, but then didn't manage to make that final step. So, as we come closer and closer to the finish line, it's the matches will get tougher. So that's where I will see where my game is and if I'm mentally, strong enough to hold on. I mean, I've had a great Wimbledon run, Roland Garros, and great clay court season. So I want to continue on. I want to build on that, and I feel good about my game, myself, my physical state is pretty good and fit, and this is something that is obviously encouraging me before the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sergio Travis.